like everyone are doing good. So in this video we are just going to talk about probability. So this concept, guys, you will use in all, most of the confidence based strategies and most of the confidence based equations. So what you're going to do exactly is you're just going to like what exactly a probability. So it's going to measure how, for example, how much the event is going to happen. So for that we have some formula. Let me paste it here. What formula you're just going to use in our day-to-day life, or like for example, even if you're building a finance, this is a great example for you. You're just going to go with the number of favorable outcome divided by number of total possible outcomes. For example, I will say you some other example. You just have a dice, okay? So in a die, you're just throwing, but like you people know that, right? In die, you will have a number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So nearly 6 numbers you will be having on the die. So in that, for example, if you're wishing you need to get 3, what you will do? So 3 is your favorable number because you need 3. So what you have to do is you need to divide this favorable number with number of outcomes. Like for example, number of like events are going to happen. For example, there are like 6 events are there. So you need to divide this. So that's what I just given here. The number of favorable outcome divided by total number of possibilities outcome. Because for example, if you're throwing a die, there are 6 times, or like you're just going to like you're just going to throw 6 times, because we have totally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So you have to divide by 6. For example, you need to divide 3 by 6. So you will be getting some percentage on this. For example, you will be getting 1 by 3, like 1 by 2, which is like almost let me divide this. let me divide directly. Just have a calculator. So let me put 3 divide by 6. You will get a value which is nothing but 0.5. So what is 0.5? See, this one I just directly made it. For example, if you cross this, you will be getting 1 divided by 2, which is like almost 0.5. So 0.5, it means that 50% chance you can get like your favorable number, because you are aiming for number 3. So there is 50% chance, because that's what the thing when you throw the die for 6 times. So this is the small example. Like this, like we can assume the real life scenario. For example, you can have a cloud. Like for example, if you go outside, we can have like event A and event B. Okay, EA and event B. So event A, we can assume that it's cloudy. Okay. Let me take the question now. One second, let me take the question. It's like cloudy, or yeah. So event A, sky is cloudy, okay, and event B, it's going to rain. So what can happen, like in this scenario, what can happen? As a normal human being, we just seen this kind of event. If it's cloudy, maybe it can rainy, because there is no guarantee that if it's cloudy it's going to rain, because sometimes even I've seen, or you people can see this, it will be cloudy but it won't rain. It will happen in a lot of scenario. So there is a chance. So for this we are just going to find out the probability. So probability is nothing but if there is cloudy, there is a chance it's going to rain. So we can have the chances like around 0.3 or 0.5 or 0.3 based on the equation, based on the outcome what I just said to you. For example, I need a value of 1. There are 2 events are there, so you have to divide that one outcome what you need, divide by 2, you will be getting a value, which is like almost we just got like 0.5. So you will be getting 0.5%. It's like like normal assumption I'm just giving. so make you to understand the base level. So this how you will use the probability. So now we can go in depth about where we will use this probability on the real life scenario. For example, if you take a quant finance, the main concept you need to focus on is finding probability within two ways. We can have in a three ways. Okay, first one is a normal equation, and this one is advanced level equations, and this one is AI based equations. So what these three things, for example, if you come into quant finance, if you are going to use probability, you will use in all your equations you will have the probability with whatever the, for example, if you have signal base, if you have anything like whatever strategy you have, you are just going to focus on probability. At last you are going to focus on the statistics. So two things your all strategy will have: one is probability, one is statistics. So you no need to, you should not skip these things. Very 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 important thing is you should not skip these two things. You got my point? So in all the equations you will have probability and statistics. Other things and all, it's like advanced, like linear algebra or lot of things are there, like time series, and lot of things are there. But I'm not making you to collapse you. I'm just making you to understand what are all main things in that normal equation. Let's keep a normal equation. If you are, like, for example, using a EMA based equation, okay, EMA is nothing but exponential moving average. So in that EMA, if you are focusing on like, for example, I'm just saying, if you're going to focus on a normal level calculations, like for example, if 50 and 200 exponential moving average has been crossover in between. So when the crossover is happening, so in this crossover you're just going to focus on which side the market can go, whether it can go to long or it can go to short based on the condition what you have. So this condition has been made with the probability what you just seen in the previous data. So everything is interlinked with the probability. It can be normal, or it can be advanced, or it can be AI. So even in advanced equation, you're just going to have the probability. So now we can go with the AI model. So if you are building an AI model where you will find the probability, so very very important thing is, in AI model you need to have probability inside your AI model. That's like compulsory. If you have this probability inside your AI model 100%, I'm just saying, you would be having a good amount of accuracy in your, if you want to get accuracy, you need to have probability, because with the probability you can't find out with the testing data. So with the previous data, for example, if you are using AI model with the testing data, you would be seeing the previous pattern. Okay, if this happen, there is a 50, or there is 60, or there is 20, or there is 30, anything. So these kind of chances are there. The event can occur again. For example, if the gold is like going up, for example, if you see, if the gold is going up and up, gold won't go straightly like this. Gold it won't go up. It will be going to $1,200 for 1 ounce, and it will be coming back to $999, and then it will go to 1,500. It will come to 1,300. So like that, it will have some fluctuation, it will have some volatility. So based on this volatility, the market will go up. So in this scenario, you're just going to find out, if the market is taking a pullback here, it can go up like this. So there is probability. We are just going to find out the probability pullback can happen. So this where the probability is going to used in all the scenario. In AI model, probability is you're just going to implement the probability. So with the probability and with your equation, you're just going to conform, and you're just going to take entry, because probability is going to give the perfectly where the market exactly moves. It is going to move up or it's going to move down. So probability is going to be everything. So with the probability only, you're just going to find out, because if you're using AI model, probability is going to play a major role. So don't skip this chapter. It can be very very helpful for you. And probability is very very simple. You're just going to find out how much this event can happen, how much same thing can happen in the future. So that's what the probability. So for that, if you use the formula what I just given, the formula is very very simple. Number of favorable outcome divided by number of possible outcomes. Well, let me make it little bigger. So here very simple, number of favorable outcome divided by number of total of possible outcomes. So when you divide this, because you're just, this formula is applied to all the scenario, whatever scenario you're just going to use in your for example, you just have a big equation. After completing this is going to be the base level equation to come to the conclusion, okay, this much percentage market can go up, this much percentage market can go down. So in my scenario, what will happen is like in my AI model, what I will keep is, if it's crossing, like if I'm getting 60 percentage in above accuracy or 60 percentage above probability, then I'm just going to take the decision whether I'm just going to go with long or short. So even if you're doing inside the market, you're going to follow this. So if you know this formula, you can beat anything. So because with this formula only, we are just going to focus on small additional probability equations would be there. For example, you people would be learn P of A, like probability of A, probability of B. A is nothing but the event name what you're just going to give. So probability of A union B. So like that, you will have lot of equation when you're like childhood days you will be learning, but you're just going to implement everything inside this. So we are just going to see this in depth in the on advanced level equation model, but now I'm just making you to clear with the base level. I think this video would be more and more helpful for you. We can see on the next video with the new concept.